Yamaha has officially joined the e-mountain bike category in Australia with the introduction of this. It's called the YDX Moro 07. Let's see what it's like. So a Yamaha e-mountain bike might sound like a foreign concept, but you couldn't be further from the truth. The Japanese manufacturer has actually been producing electric motors for mountain bikes for the better part of 30 years. We just haven't seen this technology in Australia. The word is that they wanted to bring in an e-mountain bike back in 2018, but they had to wait. They've finally done it now, and I think that we're better for it as well, because this is a mountain bike with a frame and electric motor actually produced in-house by Yamaha. So it's quite a differentiating feature with this bike. RockShox suspension, front and rear, Maxxis tyres, really snappy brakes, and great Shimano running gear as well. XT stuff, it's basically second from the top, and it's in line with this bike's starting price, which is $8,999. So is this bike likely to take over from a WR if you're a current WR rider? It's certainly not designed to do that. It's meant to supplement bikes you might already have in your garage. This will actually be sold at Yamaha dealerships. There's about 55 around Australia that have put their hand up to stock this bike. So when you walk into a showroom now, you'll see this set up against Yamaha's traditional machinery. I think it's very clever the way that Yamaha has integrated an 85 kilowatt electric motor into the frame. They've actually used a twin spar design as featured on their motocross bikes, but cleverly they've actually been able to shroud the whole electric motor and all the internals there within the frame, so it saves it from damage. It's really neatly packaged, and even the charging point, it's located right at the top of the frame there to keep it out of harm's way and to save getting mud in the important internals. I think the interface that they've used is really clever as well. It's really nicely presented, and it kind of reflects this bike's sort of premium starting price. $9,000 is mid-level, but it's still a lot of money for a mountain bike, and when you look at the quality of the components, it does start to make a little bit more sense with the bike. This is sort of being touted as an all-mountain bike. It's not designed to go down Threadbow, but Yamaha has hinted today that there will be more models coming. So this is sort of a starting point for the range, which really bodes well for what's around the corner. Okay, so we've come to the Wild mountain bike facility here in Western Sydney. It's basically a purpose-built ribbon of different trails and different abilities as well. So this bike standard is fitted with a 27.5-inch tyre. I jumped on and immediately, I'll be honest, I haven't really had much exposure to e-bikes before. It's a little bit of a foreign concept. Basically, the electric power matches your pedal power. And you soon get your head around it and learn the bike's little quirks. There are 5 different riding modes, and each of those really does have tangible difference from one another. So you're able to pick one. There's a basic automatic mode, but I spent most time in the e-mountain bike mode and found it was a really good match for the trails here and for my ability as well. One thing I will say, it's really clever that the way this bike puts its power down. It's almost as if it has a traction control system. That's because there is a clever gyro system that if it senses that the bike is cranked over in any way, it won't give you the full whack of power. Now that saves you getting squirrely as you're exiting corners. It'll instead wait until the bike is upright, gives you full power, and away you go. I think that translates to a smoother riding experience. It saves any of those big moments that you might have on the trail, and it instills confidence. It also promotes you to really stand the bike up as quickly as you can and get back onto the power. And when you do, it is a really nice assisted feeling. It's never really overbearing, but at the same time, it can be quite foreign. You can be coming up a hill into a berm, and you'll have to actually brake in order to slow down, which is kind of a foreign concept on a mountain bike. It feels quite maneuverable, quite agile, and between changes in direction, it's really easy to navigate this bike and know what it's doing at all times. I'm really impressed with the new Yamaha mountain bike. I think it sets a great basis for future mountain e-bike product from Yamaha.